Now it's more. Alright, good. Alright, so we're gonna start with the airport. So we can fly from anywhere in the world.
How about we do a BWI to IAD?
Okay.
Just a nice short quick flight and
We set you up for runway 28, BWI.
I'll come back for another session where we could do
Yeah. So you know where we're at now, so you'll see how that works. The airplane will be already started.
Okay.
The only thing we need to do is just set the flaps, the trim, and the heading. And then if you want to use the FMS, we can use the FMS, or I can just vector you to IAD. So since it's not too complicated. All right. And here's BWI. Do you like this lighting, or you want more daylights?
Either way, this is fine. This is fine. Yeah, this is fine. This is twilight.
Yeah. All right. So we need to set the flaps to 5 degrees, right? So the way you set the flaps, you pull up and then slide to 5 right here. All right, very good. Got the auto brakes to RTO. Need to turn on the landing lights, runway lights. So
all three of these?
Yeah, all 4 of them. So
all the way?
And then these 2 here. All right, and then taxiway lights. Oh, that's fine. You need to trim the airplane for takeoff. So we're just going to do 4.0. We'll go up to, let's do 6,000 feet. And then runway heading 286. So if you want to set, yeah.
286.
And VR.
So that's the actual runway heading that we're on now, is that right?
Yeah, so right now runway 28, but the heading of the aircraft, we're just going to do runway heading 286.
Oh, actually 2, I got you now.
Yeah, when you see it here, right, 286, right? And then the takeoff speed, VR 130 and V2 142.
And do we set, that's not set here.
So it's not set here. So go ahead and set the V2 142, and then we're going to rotate on 130, that one. Yeah.
This 132?
142.
142. And this will we rotate at?
So, and VR, the 142 is the V2 speed.
Oh, V2
so
speed,
V2
okay.
speed, if you have an engine failure, this is your safety speed. The rotation speed 130. So I'll do the call out. I'll let you know V1, rotate, pull back up, and then you want to maintain 15 degrees on your climb. All right.
And that's
so
indicated by this 10?
Right here. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So these are the angle of climb.
Okay.
Your pitch. All right. And we got that all set up. Do you want to do the no smoking sign, seatbelt signs? There you go. And then the attend button. Alright, good. So we're ready for departure. So if you flip the parking brake off,
okay.
Alright, and then your right hand on the throttle. Real procedure, 40% N1, and then all the way to the takeoff thrust set with this green arc.
Now when you say 40%, is that 99 percentage?
So yeah, 40% is just a percentage of the N1 engine, which is the entrance of the engine, the first stage of the engine, just to make sure everything is stable. You don't have any engine problems. Stabilize, and then all the way to takeoff thrust set.
And steering of the plane is actually done by the rudders?
So yeah,
okay.
Rudders, very sensitive on the rudder, so light touch on them just to keep you lined up. Once you're in the air, you don't need to use them anymore.
Okay.
Alright? Alright, so if you're ready, just go ahead and 40%, and then...
So the numbers are a set position on the throttles?
Yeah. So, there you go, you're going to be looking at this, alright? Now you got 40%, no warnings, everything is stable.
We're moving already.
Yeah, we're moving, and then full power, takeoff thrust.
There's a lot to pay attention to.
Yes. Alright, so takeoff thrust is set, speed alive, and...
Okay, we're a little bit off the center line.
Yeah, just a little left rudder, just a slight. And then you got 80 knots, 100. V1, rotate.
So is 15 required for positive rate, or is that?
So no. So positive rate is when your needle, your vertical speed moves up. So you got a positive rate on your angle. That means your nose is we're climbing, initial climbing. So you get you raise the landing gear up, and then afterward you have so much energy. You want to keep your angle of climb at 15 degrees, so you don't lose that airspeed that you built up.
Now,
Right.
should we be turning, or?
So just maintain heading 270. Just gonna raise the flaps as we speed up, right? Or 170 knots. And if you want to pitch down a little more, it will go up to 3,000 feet. And then you gotta watch your heading. And I'll here. And if you keep going straight, we'll get straight to IAD.
This is quite complicated, actually.
Well, first, yeah, it is complicated. I mean, there's a lot to
Yeah,
remember.
there's a lot to
Yeah.
cover. My goodness.
But once you do it a few times, it's just not even in 30 minutes, you'll learn how to do it. All
Now,
right.
should the navigation of the aircraft, like now we're too far to the right, so we're 280. How do you, like, is it more input of the pedals, or?
So you don't use the pedals once in the air.
Oh, once
We
in
have
the
the yaw damper,
Okay.
so you can put your feet off the pedals, but you're gonna be flying with this now, right?
Okay.
So if you want to track your heading, you're going to turn left. Since we're not too far out, like we have 30 degrees to catch up, you're just going to turn on the second needle. So go ahead and turn left, and then put your needle on the second line, which is 20 degrees, right? There we go. And then it's coming up, and then you're going to roll out now.
Does that mean you have to compensate a little bit as well?
A little
when you
bit.
roll out? Okay.
There we go. Give you a little more power. Alright. So let's expect a landing on runway 19 left in IAD.
Okay.
We have the Potomac River. Alright, so DCA is on our left, like, what, 15 miles, 20 miles
Okay.
from here. And then IAD is 30 miles. Alright? So try to track this heading of 270. They'll guide you straight to dollars.
Keeping it, like, manually flying this and keeping it straight is rather.
Yeah, it's, so you gotta be.
People will be sick in the back.
No, not really. Because you're not doing anything erratic.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, so you're like. So you're gonna watch your altitude at the same time. You don't want to let the airplane climb. We're at 7,600 feet.
So we're too high.
So this is your altitude indicator, and this is your vertical speed. So this needle will be moving up and down as you climb and descend, right? You want to control your climbing and descent rate. So this will give you a descent rate per minute. For example, right now we're climbing at 700 feet per minute, right? On your descent, let's descend and maintain 5,000 feet, and you're going to do 1,500 feet per minute. So you're going to push forward, and then you're going to put that needle right at 1,500 feet per minute. Alright, so now you're descending. This is called a controlled descent rate.
Okay.
And now, while you're descending, you're gonna track that heading. So you don't want to let the airplane turn. There we go.
This is difficult.
If you want to do a visual flight, IAD is right there. See those beacon lights, green beacon lights on your 11.5 o'clock? See where the sun is?
Yes.
Look
Oh, I
down.
see it. I got
See
it.
All right.
Okay.
So we're gonna aim for that. So you're gonna fly. We're gonna fly over the river, And we're gonna keep descending because we're gonna get a lot closer. We're like 21 miles away. And you can even see DCA from on our left, right by the river.
Wow.
And we'll do a landing on 19 left, so the far left runway. Alright? I'll give you a vector just to guide you through it. And we're just going to keep descending. So go ahead and you can trim the airplane. So trimming will help you with the pitch.
Okay. You mean as far as keeping it this way?
Yeah, so it's just like if you feel like it's a little stiff when you try to push, you can just trim the airplane by using this button. And then if you press up, you will trim the nose down. And when you press down, you trim the nose up. See how the airplane is reacting to it?
Oh, I see. A little bit too much.
Yeah, so stay in control. Alright. Alright, and then left turn. Just try to stay on the heading 270. And you're going to push forward.
This is really like,
Yeah.
wow, this
Not
is
easy, huh?
this is completely different than what I was expecting. Like it's so much more.
Well, if you fly the
involved.
autopilot, it'll be easier, but hand
Yeah,
flying,
no, this is what I wanted to get to try. And this is awesome, but like it's so like you're kind of tempted to get fixated on the
yes,
on the
yes.
instruments.
That's what most people do the first time. They focus on one thing only, and then they lose track on what they are doing next, right?
Yeah.
So you want to scan. So scanning means you're going to look at your airspeed, your attitude, your heading, your altitude, and then look outside.
There's just so much to scan.
Yeah, it's just you don't want to stare at one thing for more than 5 seconds. So you're going to look and then glance out.
You know, I watch the videos of the guys landing, and they're always like doing this kind of motion. I was like, why do they do so much of that? And wow, you really like,
yeah, you got
holy moly,
You
this
got
plane
it.
is all over the place.
So we'll let's go ahead and descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Alright?
Shit, I don't even
So
know.
you're right there.
Like
This is good. 1,000. So you're doing 1,000. Push forward a little more. Alright, and then we're going to do 1,500 feet right now.
Gotcha. So I don't have to touch the pedals at all.
No, until you're landing. Unless if you're doing a crosswind landing.
Oh, okay, okay.
That would be useful. Alright, I kind of see the runways from here. I'm not sure if you see them.
It's around 12 o'clock right there, almost. Just a
No,
little bit off.
on your left.
That's the runway. Well, what am I looking at right there?
So that's another airport.
Oh, I'm gonna be like that guy that landed in the wrong airport. Holy moly!
So if you look here, this is IED,
Oh
right?
yeah,
It's on
gosh.
your
Okay,
left,
so
right?
that's KJ. Oh, so I'm gonna get two. Oh.
Yeah.
So how do we have to vector it that way, right?
So yeah, I'll give you a vector. So
Okay.
go ahead and fly straight. It'll be good.
At 3,000 feet. 3,000 feet.
And we'll slowly descend, get the airplane ready for landing. I'm gonna set the auto brakes to 2, and then we're gonna arm the spoilers. Alright. And
So what does that mean? That alert.
so the alert is just the altitude alert. It's just telling you, okay, we're 1,000 feet from 3,000 feet.
I see. Okay.
Alright. And you're gonna turn like 10 degrees to the left at flight heading 240. Alright.
Oh, I see. So when you input that on that controller, it puts it on the
So
screen.
yeah, just to get a reference, so you'll know where to go. All right. So you see the highway in front of us? That
Yes.
leads to the wrong. All right. So you're gonna try to follow the highway, and try to be on the right side of the highway because the runway is on the far left.
Right,
So we
right.
got 3 parallels, right? 19
Oh, right.
left.
Gotcha.
All right.
So the center of runway.
Right. So you're gonna pull back slightly, so just to do some airspeed, and then you're gonna start turning left.
Past 228.
Yeah. So now you're gonna visually look the runway, you're gonna aim for the center line. Alright, keep turning left a little more. Alright, let's keep your flaps 1. A little more left. You're gonna aim for that one on your left. Oh, far left.
Oh, the far left.
That one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So that's 19 center, 19 right, 19 left.
Gotcha.
There
Oh, I
we
see
go.
what you're
That's
saying.
it.
Sorry.
And then roll out.
I thought we were talking about the.
Yep, good. Flaps 15.
Oh, that's terribly confusing. Whoa, this
You're
is.
doing good. You're doing really good.
You know, I used to fly. I tried learning gliders years ago.
Gliders are pretty cool.
And I can feel the sensation of getting the gear sick.
Yeah. Alright. Because of the shaking, that's why.
Yeah, and a little bit of slipping. So we're at seek rate of 2,000, is that all right?
So 2,000 feet per minute is too much. So we want to pull back just slightly, and then you want to keep it right there. Now you want to adjust yourself just for you to be right in the center line of that runway, right?
Okay. Shit.
Just a light touch on the flight controls. If you over control the airplane, you're going to be dancing all over the place.
To the right, though.
Sync rate. Sync rate.
A little more right,
Sync
yeah.
rate. Sync rate.
Pull back,
Sync
a
rate.
little more.
Sync rate. Sync rate. 100. Approaching minimums.
And just keep it there. And then we're going to turn left just at the last. Alright,
Minimums.
keep it there, and then turn left. And then that's it, release. Yeah, keep it there, good. There we go.
100.
Good job. Alright, keep your nose up.
40. 30.
Alright, I'm going to pull back on the throttle.
10.
And touchdown. There we go. Right on the center line, and then release some pressure. It says excellent landing. So now you're going to pull the thrust reversers up. And then now you're going to use the, so this has no more effect on the ground. We're going to be using the rudder and the brakes on the top of the car.
Got it.
So yeah, the right rudder, that's it. Use your rudder. And then the tiller. So tiller is just you're gonna taxi with it.
It's really fast. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
The tiller is super sensitive.
Wow, it really is. Oh, my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, I'll put my feet on the brakes. There you
Wow.
go. So what do you think?
Oh, my gosh. I'm glad you're
Well,
here. We
hey,
would've
you got an
crashed.
excellent landing. Yeah?
Oh, thank you.
What about that?
Thank you, Captain. I appreciate that. Holy moly.
All right.
That was awesome.
You want to do another one?
How much time do we have
Yeah.
left?
Yeah, we got 12 minutes.
Oh, okay. Gosh, that was a good flight. How about another? Yeah.
Do you wanna do
How about a landing? Another landing?
just another landing?
Or takeoff.
It's up to you. You can practice your landing. I can set you up on a 10-mile final for either IAD, Dulles, or DCA.
Do someplace else in the world.
Or anywhere.
How about we do Manila?
Okay.
Do we have that in the computer?
Yeah, we do.
So do you have everything around the
Yeah,
world?
we have all the airports.
And this is a full I read this is a fully certified like you can use this for training as well.
It's not certified yet. We're trying to certify it just to use it for training. Right now, it's just for entertainment. You find the code for Manila.
What if we do a takeoff? Can we do a takeoff and then turn around and come back? Do we have time for that?
We can do it's up to you. I can set you up in Manila.
Yeah, let's do that.
You want to do a landing or just
Can we take off and then land?
landing? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can't really fly anywhere from that position in the world, but not within 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Alright, let's do Euro 6.
Oh, we didn't even turn off all the switches.
So you can't keep him on. We're just going to be on the runway. Everything should be ready. We got flaps 5. And the only thing is the auto brakes. And you want to set them up to RTO. Reject to take off.
Okay.
There we go. Very good. It's just going to take a minute
Right.
to change. want to do a nighttime or just the same date?
Same daytime's fine. I have flown out of this airport many times.
All right, good. So it looks like it, right? Same
Yeah,
plan.
looks good. So, but we do use the rudders on the ground, right?
So on the ground for takeoff, then release your. Then once you take off, you don't need to use it. We're gonna set the heading 062. Just gonna do a traffic pattern, and we can stay at 3,000 feet. And same speed, we're gonna do 142 B2. And we are
130. Oh,
There we go.
all right, so ready?
You good?
All right, so brakes off.
Yep.
40%. So they're not perfectly aligned. You really have to do your own alignment on it.
Or you can use the auto throttle. If you are on the auto throttle, and then hit the toga button. That's good. The idea is just to make sure the engines are running good.
Okay.
It's just like a run up.
And now we can
all
just
the
go
way
full
full
way.
power, yeah. Alright, now use a little bit of less
That's
rudder.
stressful.
Alright, takeoff thrust set, got 80 knots. E1, rotate.
15 degrees, right?
Yep. Alright, pause it right, gear up. There we go, very good. Just keep that runway heading. Keep it at 062 on the heading. And push forward 15 degrees. A little
So
more.
it's so easy to pull back too much.
Yeah. And we can trim so just to release some pressure. That's it. That's vanilla for you.
Oh, yeah, look at that. It's almost impossible to enjoy the view yet.
So we can do a visual. Let's do a left turn. Go ahead and turn left. I'll let you know when to stop. Alright, and then we're gonna roll, we're gonna level to 3,000 feet. So push forward.
Oh, yeah, we're too high.
Alright. Flaps two.
So you do have to kind of input the controls a little bit early.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, you got to be ahead of the airplane because you have a lot of forces that come into account, like the centrifugal force. All right, very good. So maintain this heading. We are on the crosswind.
I can see how, like, on these, at least in theory, how on the new, like, Dreamliners, with the heads-up display would be so much helpful.
It does help just to do an ILS landing.
Or just to
but
keep all of this
flying-
and, like...
Yeah, but it
No, you don't like that.
I have that on the, I don't remember what code is it is. Let me find the code. I can't give you that.
Oh, no, this, I mean,
A HUD display
it's
on
good
the
to have
screen.
it, it's good to have it, like to get the real experience, because if you were in a
Yeah.
738, you wouldn't have this, right?
Yeah. Let me,
Still too high, still too high. So when you're flying manually, how do you, like, maintain a constant level of descent?
trimming.
Oh, trimming.
Trim helps a lot. Here's the heads up
Oh, wow.
display. See how that works? go ahead and
Is
turn.
is there an indicator for the sync rate as well, or?
Yeah, you got the vertical speed. Go ahead and turn left and fly a heading of 240. And it's hard to see with the color of the sky. And just gonna pull back on the throttle. You're doing really good. You're maintaining your altitude, good rate of turn. And then we're gonna come back in. We're gonna get the spoilers ready. Alright, and then you're gonna roll out to 240.
Yeah, that's right. Gotcha. I'm like paying attention to the other stuff. I'm already losing control of the plane.
That's the hardest part when you're flying, is just to combine all this, the altitude,
Oh yeah, yeah. Gosh,
heading,
I'm like so.
speeds. It's really hard. It's for everybody. No one can get it straight.
Yeah, like just trying to level that up. I've increased the altitude instead of. Wow.
And alright, let's go ahead and turn left. And let's do a heading of 140. And we're going to descend and maintain 2,000 feet. So we'll keep that descent. Very good.
Descend to 2,000.
Go back on the spoilers just to boost some air energy. Do you want the heads up?
Yeah,
out,
let's get
or-
rid of it.
Alright. There you
Those are for suckers.
go. Yeah. You got it. Can do a visual.
Those are for fighter pilots. We don't need that.
Alright, a little more to your left. We're gonna
Little more to the
make
left.
sure, yeah. So we're gonna land on.
That's
see
it
that
right
one
there,
way?
right?
Yeah.
Okay,
So you're
11.
gonna aim for that. We're gonna give you flaps 2, gear down. And then if you need to trim, don't hesitate to trim using these switches.
What I can't remember is which way to trim.
So up is nose down, and down is nose up.
Gotcha.
Right? Just to release some pressure.
So when I see the wheels flying in the videos, that's exactly why they're moving.
Right, yeah.
So you can actually adjust it with manually too?
Manually, if it doesn't work on the electric
Gotcha.
trimmer, but it's better to use it on your. We'll do flaps 50.
So are we doing now full visual and we're not worrying about
No,
the
we're
heading
doing
now?
full visual
Okay.
now. So you're gonna look outside. You're gonna keep that heading, and then you're gonna adjust yourself to the right once you get closer. All right.
This is stressful. This is definitely.
No, you got it. You got it. Pull back up a little more, so we don't descend lower than
1,000.
we should be.
Oh, actually, where does that?
All right, we'll do flaps 30. All right, good. And then slide right. This is good. And you just want to do just a small adjustment. Your flight controls, just like that. All right.
Oh, I do. So that's why they're always like moving the
Yeah.
yoke around.
And
Wow.
we don't have any hydraulic system on here, so it's more responsive than the real
Oh
airplane.
goodness.
All electric. Alright, that's it. Good job. Coming
So
in.
the real plane is actually slower to respond.
It's yeah, it's a lot smoother. A lot smoother. This one is a lot more responsive because it's all electric. It's like flying an Airbus.
Okay.
Alright, you coming in.
Plus
That
100,
level
approaching
descent is
minimums.
good. Alright, at 50 feet you're gonna
Minimums.
pull back. That's it. One more right.
Whoa.
Just really, that's it.
100.
Not too much. Alright, and then gonna pull back.
50, 40,
And
30,
you're gonna start
20,
flaring. Yeah.
10.
And boom. And left
brakes too much, or the brakes are pretty sensitive.
Yeah, the brakes you want to use them below 70 knots, 60 knots. So now you can use your brakes. Oh, there you go.
Before you run off the runway.
Alright, you got it.
Wow.
Normal landing.
Normal landing. All right.
That was 80% you.
Wow.
So, see, took you what, 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Just to get used to the flight controls. So if you do more, like an hour, 2 hours, that's it. You'll be able to land the airplane by yourself.
Wow, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right, let's